where we study Srimad Bhagavatam. And today we have a very special speaker. His name is His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And today Srila Prabhupada will be discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 9th chapter and first 2 verses. Let's give a big round of applause.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Sutta Uvacha.
Sutta Uvacha.
Iti.
Gita.
Praja. Drohat. Sarva. Dharma. Vivitsaya. Tato. Vinashanam. Praga. Yatra. Deva Vrato. Apatat. Sutta Uvacha. Iti Bitak Prajadroha. Sarva Dharma Vivitsaya. Tato Vinashanam Praga. Yatra Deva Vratopatat. Sutta Uvacha. Iti Pitak Prajadroha. Sarva Dharma Vivitsaya. Tato Vinashanam Praga. Yatra Deva Vratopatat. Sutta Uvacha. Iti Bitak Prajadroha. Sarva Dharma Vivitsaya. Tato Vinashanam Praga. Yatra Deva Vratopatat. Uvacha. Sri Sutta Goswami said, Iti, thus, Pita, being afraid of, Prajat Rohat, because of killing the subjects, Sarva, all, Dharma, acts of religion, Vivitsaya, for understanding, Tataha, thereafter, Vinashanam, the place where the fight was held, Pragat, they all went, Yatra, where, Deva Vrataha, Bhishma Deva, Apatat, lay down for passing away. Translation. Sutta Goswami said, being afraid for having killed so many subjects on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthira went to the scene of the massacre. There Bhishma Dev was lying on a bed of arrows, about to pass away.
The most important point is that the king, was so responsible, he became afraid that I have killed so many praja. Praja, it is not said there, human being. No. Praja. Praja means, pram means, Prakishtarupena, and Ja means Jayati. That's like every living entity takes somewhere birth. So, concerning nationalism, it's like American nation. What is the meaning of these people, American nation or Indian nation? The human being is the same. 2 hands, 2 legs. And they also eat, everything is the same. Why this nationality? The nationality is only for the sake that that particular human being has taken birth in that particular land. That is called Praja. Praja. Jayat. Now, Jayate, one who takes birth. Just like the other day, I was speaking on Indian girl. She has given birth to a child in America. But because the child is born in America, she becomes naturally American national. See, it is, fact is, to be accepted that anyone who takes birth on the land of America, he becomes immediately American, and the American government takes charge for its protection. So, why this is restricted only for the human child? If this is definition, praja, one who takes birth. So, the animals also take birth. The trees also take birth. So many other animals, other living entities, they also take birth. So yes, therefore, they are all prajas. Not only minorly you limit your praja conception, national conception, within the human society only. You expand it. Even it is step nationality. Anyone who takes birth in nationality, he is national. Either human being or animal or tree or plant. That is the definition of praja. Prakrishtarupino jayate. Any living entity who has taken birth, just like in America, there are so many jungles and trees. If outsider like me comes and begins to cut the trees, so will the American government tolerate? Immediately I shall be prosecuted. I can say, what is harm? It is a tree. I'm cutting. No, you cannot cut this tree because they are on the American land. So, this conception should be prayed. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj is not only thinking of the human being who are killed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he is thinking of all the horses, elephants, because they are also living entities. They are also praja, national. National, this word, there was that we don't find in the Vedic literature. National. It is modern invention. So, if we feel nationally, then we feel, or every living entity is born in that land. That is real, Krishna consciousness. Not sectarian, that I feel for this living entity, not for that. So, it is bhito. You are very much afraid that I feel so many animals and men. So what to do? Prajadraha. Droha means to become enemy. And unless you become my enemy, you cannot kill me. Neither I can kill. The droha means to become enemy. So, when the prajas were killed, the king became enemy. He's thinking. Otherwise, I could induce them to be killed. Just thinking like that, Prajadroha. And if you rebel against the king, it is also great fault. Similarly, if you revolt against the Prajas, that is also great fault. Therefore he is asking, Gita, Prajadroha. Now what to do? Sarvadharma vivisaya. This is the position to approach a guru when you are bewildered. When things are not in order, brain is puzzled. Just like Arjuna accepted Krishna as guru, when he could not ascertain whether he shall fight or not. Builder. Similarly, Yudhishthira Maharaj also became builder. That I have killed so many prajas, what is my position? I have become so much sinful. How can I rule over the empire? So, when all these questions puzzled him, he decided to go to Bhishma there, who was lying on the arrow's blade before his death. As I told you, that Bhishma could not be dead without, so long he does not wish. That was the benediction given by his father. That, my dear boy, you have taken such a strong vow, so I give you for benediction, for money. Everyone was so powerful. Of course, father's benediction always there, but they were actual benedictions. Everyone was so powerful. For example, the Brahmin son who cursed Parikshit Maharaj, he was only 12 years old, a boy, and because he cursed Parikshit Maharaj, that within 7 days he will have to die. So he had to die. Just this small Brahmin boy, how he was part? It could not be changed. Although Parikshit Maharaj was competent to change it, but he did not change. He showed honor to the Brahminical caste. That is discussed by his father. So, those who are powerful, actually they could meditate. Yasya prasada bhagavat prasad. As we did in the Good Bhaskar. By the benediction of the spiritual master, one becomes benedicted by the Supreme Lord. So this Bhishmadev, when he became puzzled, he went to Bhishmadev, Yudhishthira Maharaj. Went to Bhishmadev. So this is the process. One must approach a superior person, who is called Guru. Tad vijnanatham sa guru eva antakshe. We, in this material world, we are confused step by step. This is our position. Step by step, every step. Padam padam vipada. Padam padam in every step, vipada, death. It is such a nice place. This material world, that every step there is danger. And as soon as there is danger, you are confused. So, and as soon as you are confused, how to solve? Tad-vijnanatham sa gurumeva avijacche. Therefore, the basic instruction is, because you are confused, because you do not know which path to follow, therefore you must approach a guru. Tad-vijnanatham sa gurumeva avijacche. This word avijacche is used when there is compulsion. You must. You cannot say that without going to give Guru, I shall chalk out my own path. No, that is not. Therefore, this very word is used, Gache. In Sanskrit, all words are meaningful. Gache means it is a question of must, not that I may and not. Grammar is going on, and there is many rascals who come here in your country to preach, and there is no need of guru. You can become your own guru yourself. No, that is not Vedic. Vedic injunction is you must do something young. Don't like that, the transcendental sound. And that is natural. When we are confused in our ordinary life, we also go to a friend, senior friend, or experienced friend and ask him, my dear friend, I am in this condition. I am very much confused what to do. That is natural. Similarly, when Yudhishthira Maharaj was so much afraid that he had killed so many prajas, he knew that now still there is a superior person, my grandfather, who is lying on the bed of arrows. Let me go there. Tato vinasanam prada. Then he decided, let me go to Bhishma. He can give me in a statue. What is that in a statue? Sarva-dharma. Sarva-dharma. Instruction on all kinds of different varieties of religious systems. Sarva-dharma. You will find dharma means occupational. Dharma means not a religious sentiment, that as it is translated in English. A sentiment. That's like animal has no soul. And this is not dharma. Without any scientific knowledge, if somebody says in some religion for eating meat, an animal has no soul, you can kill as many as you like. And that is not dharma. Dharma real meaning is occupational duty, not a sentiment. Dharma tu sakshat bhagavat pranita. It is just like a state law. The state laws are given by the state. You cannot manufacture laws. Similarly, dharma, which is called religion generally, you cannot manufacture by your complexion. It is stated by the supreme law. That is dharma. Just like Krishna said that I am the father of all religions. Sarvajamishu Kaunteya Sambhavanti Bhutaya. And he is accepting not only human society, Sarvajamishu. Sarvajamishu and all species of life. Krishna claimed that fish, beginning from fish, aquatic life, these living entities, they are also my sons. And the bird, they are also my sons. The beast, they are also my sons. The trees, they are also my sons. The human beings, they are also my sons. The demigod, they are also my sons. Sarva Joni. In every species of life. This is the conception of Krishna consciousness. We do not say that simply human being has soul. No. Every living entity, even a small ant, a small plant, it is living entity. Why it's different toward, he has got a different dress on. That's why we are sitting so many persons. And we have got our different dresses according to our different choice. Similarly, we get these bodies, we are all sons of God. There is no doubt of it. We all spirit soul. either in the human form of body or animal form of body or tree form of body, anything. So we are all doing it. But we have got different dresses, that's all, according to form. This is the philosophy. So we cannot make that this dressed living entity is important than the other dressed living. No, everyone. The Pandita Samadarshya, those who are actually learned, Pandit, Samadarshya, they are equiposed. Never mind, there is a dog, he is also a living entity, and there is a Brahmana, he is also a living entity. By his work, he has got the body of a Brahman, and here he has got the body of a dog, but as living entity, they are all equal. So without Krishna consciousness, the philosophy of equality, fraternity, has no practical. It is not possible. It is artificial. Without coming to the Krishna consciousness that every living entity is part and parcel of Krishna, God, this equality, fraternity, big words, universal brotherhood, is impossible. That's not possible. Therefore one has to become learned scholar, Pandita, Samadhi. Then you will be able to see equality. Just like Maharaj Yudhishthira is thinking of all prajas, not only otherwise the language would have been human being, no, praja, all kinds of. This is universal understanding. Devabrata is Vishnu there. Brata means how, Deva means God. So he took brahmachari Brata. I remain ever celibate. And never married. It is called Deva Brata. Naisthik brahmachari. This is possible in high class society, that I shall remain celibate all the life, naisthik brahmachari. They do not marry naisthik brahmachari. So Bhishma Dev was naisthik brahmachari. Therefore his name is Devabrata. All right, let us be Hare Krishna.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Chandratar Vipra.
Chandratar Vipra.
Vyasadhom Yadayastata.
Vyasadhom Yadayastata.
Tadati Vratarak Sarve.
Tadati Vratarak Sarve.
Sarashvaik Swarnabhushitai.
Sarashvaik Swarnabhushitai.
Anvagachandratar Vipra.
Chandratar Vipra.
Vyasadhom Yadayastata.
Vyasadhom Yadayastata.
Tudati Vratarak Sarve.
Tadati Vratarak Sarve.
Sarashvaik Swarnabhushitai.
Sarashvaik Swarnabhushitai.
Anvagachandratar Vipra. Vyasadhom Yadayastata. Tadati Vratarak At that time, they, all of them, Prataraha, the brothers, Sadhvi, all together, Sadashvai, drawn by first-class horses, Swarana, gold, Bhushitai, being decorated with, Anvagaschan, followed one after another, Ratai, on the chariot, Vipraha, O Brahmanas, Vyasa, the sage Vyasa, Dhaumya, Advayaha, and others, Tata, also. Translation. At that time, all his brothers followed him on beautiful chariots, drawn by first-class horses decorated with gold ornaments. With them were Vyasa and rishis like Dhaumya, the learned priest of the Pandavas, and others.
One very important word is here. Sadasai Sarnabhushitai. Normally, the horses are used in military division. Horses, chariot, elephants, and then infantry. So not one or two, but one division of military phalanx requires 60,000 horses of Kahili. So many horses, so many elephants, so many chariots, and so many infantry soldiers that will compose one division also. So many men say, I exactly remember now, 60,000 horses. So all the horses, when they are required for procession or for going to the fight, they are well decorated with golden ornaments. Sravanam. So just imagine all the saddles of the horse, if they are golden, ornamented, how many ounces will require to decorate the horse? And what is the price of gold now? You see, at least 50 ounces will require to decorate one horse. And 1 ounce is $120. So what is the price of 50 ounce? $5,000. So that's 60,000 horses. How much it comes? Where is that gold? They are very much proud of advancement of material civilization. But instead of gold, we find plastic. And the nonsense, they are very much proud of their wealth. Yes. If they cannot decorate their wives, and the women, they require also ornament. It is psychology. Manusamhita. It has been recommended that if you want to keep satisfied your wife, then you must give her good food, good sari and good ornament. This is the system. Therefore, during marriage time, the girl is given by the father, according to his means, as many saris, nice saris, beautiful, costly saree, and as much as possible golden ornaments. And those are very rich, they still in India, they give jewelries, with diamond, pearls, sapphire, according to me. Because the richer class, they don't touch gold. They must keep jewelry. This is the system. So, this is the opulence. So much gold. When the Kurukshetra battle was finished, so the treasury was also finished. The treasury of the Pandavas, that was also finished. Because war means expenditure. So many hundred thousands of pounds and dollars required daily to finance the running on of the war. So Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to, you got this handkerchief? No. Wanted to perform sacrifice. So, sacrifice means he requires money, so much grain, so many ornaments, so much gold and ghee, everything required to perform sacrifice is not ordinary thing. Millions and millions of dollars required. The Kali Yuga, because people cannot collect such costly things. Suppose ghee, tons of ghee was being offered to the fire. Where is that tons of ghee? Not enough. Then all utensils made of gold, the altar made of gold. Where is that gold? Therefore, not many days before, 5,000 years, the Indian history, or this world history, now it is called India, but this whole world is Bharatvarsha. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked his brother Dhananjaya, Arjuna, to bring some money from somewhere, otherwise how we can perform the sacrifice? We have finished all our treasury. So, Arjuna was a little perplexed. The elder brother was king, and the younger brothers, they were commanders. So, Krishna saw that his friend is little perturbed, so he immediately gave information. This is God, Sarvagya. He knows where to find out. He gave information that formerly one king, by the grace of Lord Shiva, he got information of a big gold mine or gold mine mountain. So that king used to manufacture so many things of gold. Especially in sacrifice, he used to give immense dishes made of gold to the Brahmanas. So, at that time the Brahmanas were also not very greedy. So the king, during the sacrifice, gave them unlimited number of dishes of gold, made of gold. So they accepted it, but when they came out of the sacrificial arena, they thought, who is going to carry so much load? Throw it. Let's see. This is opulence. As nowadays, it is our system that the plate on which you eat, that should be thrown out. Formerly, people used to eat on golden plate, at least the royal family. And after eating, they used to throw it. Not for the second use. Just like India still, it is observed, earthen plate used as here in your country, paper plate, in India earthen plate. Once used, then it is thrown. It cannot be used second time. Therefore, in rigid Hindu family, they don't use these china clay plates. They don't use it. Because it is made of earth. So when it is earthen pot, as soon as you eat, it becomes contaminated, it must be thrown out. You cannot use for the second time. That way. So this system was formerly even for golden plates. Once used, then it cannot be used second time. It is thrown out. And thrown away means some poor man will collect. So there is no question of poverty. The rich man, they eat once and throw away. Their servants, other poor men, just like this Brahmana, they threw away all these golden plates. Brahmanas were not required golden plate, but they were given in charity. Brahmanas will take, they accepted. But they thought that it is a load. Why should I take? So there are heaps of golden plate lying near Himalayan mountain. So Krishna was given information, and Arjuna was given information by Krishna that you go there and collect those golden plates, then your purpose will be served. So Arjuna went there, collected and brought it to his brother Maharaj Yudhishthira for converting them into money for spending the sacrifice. So this was the system. Therefore, Arjuna's name is Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya means one who can conquer over riches. His brother was in need of money and he brought money. Therefore, from that day, his name was Dhananjaya. One can conquer over riches. Actually, human opulence means not these tin cars. Once it is blessed with another car, it is finished, nowhere. Human opulence means the society must have enough gold, enough jewelry, enough silk, enough grains, enough meat, enough vegetables, like that. That is opulence. That is opulence. Formerly, a person was considered rich by two things. Dhanena dhanvan. How much grain stock he has got at his home. A big barn filled with grains. Still, in India, if I am going to give my daughter to some family to see the family's opulence, I go to see the house, and if I see there are many barns stock of grains and many cows, then it is very good. It is opulent. Dhandina dhanava, govaya dhanava. A man is considered to be rich when he has got enough quantity of grains, enough quantity of enough number of cows. Just like Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, the foster father of Krishna, he was keeping 900,000 cows. And he was rich man, he was Maharaj, king. But see the behavior, his beloved son, Krishna and Balaram, he is entrusted to take care of the calves and cows. Go in the forest. He is well dressed with ornament and nice dress, everything. All the cowherds boys, they are very rich. They have got enough grains and enough milk. Naturally they are rich. But not that the cows and the calves will be taken care of by some hired servant. No, they will take care of himself. That was children spoke to go to the forest, take the calves and cows and carry some tiffin, eat there, dance there, play there, and again come in the evening, then they will take bath and change their dress, and take their meals and immediately go to sleep. This was the boys' children's engagement. So, how they would grow healthy because they go outside and play and walk and very happily they enjoy the company. So, there is no question of becoming contaminated. Jamuna Tira Ganachari. Jamuna Tira, on the back of the Jamuna, just like we go to the seaside, the beach, similarly there is bank of Jamuna, very nice river, and there are trees. So these boys, Krishna and his friends, with their cows, they will go and slaughter on the bank of the Jamuna, sport. People are to teach everything so nicely. So there was no question of education at that time. After the child is grown up, healthy, nice, then he goes to school. Otherwise, first of all, eat sumptuously, meat, butter, and sugar, and play sufficiently in open air with friends, take care of the cow. This is labor. But it is sporting, very nice. So these things were taught by Krishna himself. Although you are the son of king, then when he was grown up, his real father took him charge, Vasudev. Then he was, as Kshatriya, he belonged to the Kshatriya family. All other education was given, how to fight, how to rule, everything. So, this Kshatriya, this Maharaj Yudhishthira, they are also Kshatriya. So when they are going to see Bhishma Dev, they are going there in royal style, with chariots, with horse, and decorated with golden ornaments, and the Brahmins, Vasudeva and other, all the Kshatriyas, kings should be always accompanied by hosts of Brahmins. As soon as they require any instruction, immediately consult the Brahmanas and they give good advice. Do like this. This is the business of the Brahmanas. And the kings, they would not do anything without consulting. Don't think that because there was monarchy, they are all autocrat. No. If the Brahmanas would not agree, then they want to. The Brahmanas committee, all saintly persons, learned scholars, Brahmanas, there was a committee, and the king would take their advice how to manipulate the political affairs or administration, and they would consult stagnant books. Just like nowadays the rascals, every day they are changing some law. Somebody told me where in Africa, every week there is change of the cabinet. Every week. And so, the pool of rascals, the one rascal will fight with another rascal. So there is no stability of government. All these rascals, politicians, they are trying to occupy the post. I shall become president, I shall become secretary, and then I shall exploit the state like anything. This is the motive. Their manifestation that I am going to give you heaven if you select me president, then I shall give you heaven within 3 minutes. So these promises, they simply promise. Actually, there is nothing. But king was very responsible, as we are discussing. Now Maharaj Yudhishthira was thinking of the women. Now their husbands and their sons or their fathers, so many have died. Now, how to take care of them? He was perplexed. So responsible for the children, for the Brahmanas, those were helpless. Women, children, Brahmana, and old men, and cows. They must be taken first care. That was the king's duty. Children, and who is taking care of the children? Who is taking care of the woman? And who is taking care of the Brahmana? There is no Brahmana. If there are some Brahmanas we are creating now, who is taking care of us? It was the duty of the government to see to this Krishna consciousness movement. Oh, such an important movement is going on. Our first attention should be how this movement can go on. So nice character, so nice behavior, so nice knowledge, so nice consciousness of God, so pure, the government has no attention. They are thinking it is something sentimental. And all the politicians going to the brothel and drinking and dancing naked, they are all first class. This is the position of the society. No care for the living entities who are very important. Just like in this verse, Vipra, Maharaj Yudhishthira is always accompanied by Brahmanas. Without Brahmanical culture, what is the value of the society? There is no value. It is animal society. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita recommends Chatur Varnam Maya System, Gunakarma Vibhaga. Here you cannot find all one class. That is not possible. There is those rascals who are trying to have a classless society. No class, all one. That is rascal. That is not possible. There must be classes. That is scientific. Why? Because this material nature is being conducted under three modes. First class, second class, third class. Goodness, passion and ignorance. So how get back classless society? There must be divisions. There must be classes. Color. So it has to be scientifically arranged. How all classes can cooperate for one purpose and they develop very nicely in Krishna consciousness. Therefore Krishna says, Chaturpanna Maya system. Maya system means anything created by God, you cannot nullify it, you cannot reject it. That is not possible. You have to accept it and possibly utilize it. Therefore devotees, they take it for granted. If there is distress condition of life, they take it that it is created by God. I am now in distress. It is creation of God. So why shall I hate it? Let me tolerate it. Let me undergo this distress condition of life. Just like suppose you are suffering from cough. Now there has been some hygienic law disregarded. So I am caught cold and cough. So why should I divide up? It must be created either you say by bodily nature or by God. So long it is there, let me suffer patiently. It has come, it will go. That is the instruction of the Bhagavad Gita. Agama paina anitya. Distress condition or happiness also. So-called happiness, where there is no happiness. Everything is distress condition. But we are so fool that we consider distress condition as happiness. This is called Maya. Distress condition as happiness. For example, suppose you have to go to see a friend, and nowadays, friend on anything, not less than 10 miles. So you have to go 10 miles and then see your friend and then do your work. So I am taking the trouble of going 10 miles to see a friend or 30 miles to see a medical practitioner, but I am very much proud of my car, that I have got a car. I don't consider although I have got car, still I have to waste so much time, I have to take so much trouble, and there is every possibility of accidents. So many calamities are awaiting me. But we think that now we have to discover this horseless carriage. We are advanced. Similarly, if you study every item, you will find that although you are created by the modern scientific advancement, a little comfort of life, side by side, we have created many discomforts. That we do not mind. That is the ways of this material nature. The ways of material nature is that you cannot remain in comfort. That is not possible. By laws of nature. Chitta, three kinds of miseries. Adhyati, adhibhoti, adhidevi. They must be there, always. Just like I am your spiritual master, you have kept me. very nicely to your best capacity, but I'm coming. I'm coming. So, we are situated in one kind of comfortable position, then another uncomfortable will come at a time. That is called three division. Adhyatmik, adibhautik, adidaivi. Or there is no calm, or there is no trouble, but you receive one very unsuspected letter from a friend, you become very sorry. This is called adhyatmik. Pertaining to the mind, pertaining to the body. Adhyatmik, adibhautik. Troubles offered by other living entities, and adidaivi, trouble offered by the higher authorities. There's the excessive heat, you cannot control. Excessive cold. So, in this material world, we have to work very hard under these three kinds of miserable conditions of life, and we are actually doing that. Still we are thinking that we are happy. And after all, after doing this, we have to change this body. That means death. We cannot avoid it. Still we are thinking that we are happy, and we have no sense to try to understand. But actually, what is the standard of happiness? Where that happiness can be had? If it is possible, these things are understood and answered by this Krishna consciousness. That is the importance of the Krishna. All right. It is not one-sided that we are thinking of Krishna. Thinking of Krishna means thinking of everything, because Krishna is everything. Without Krishna, there is no other thing. Aham Krishna son. What is that? What? There is some chapter. Prabhava pralayasthatha. Prabhava pralayasthatha. In this world, there are two things, Prabhava and Pralaya. Prabhava means generation, generating, and Pralaya means annihilation. Two things. Everything. Whatever you take, it is generated at a certain point, and it will end at a certain point. Now Krishna said, Aham Krishnasya sarvasya prabhava parapralayasthatha. That is the ultimate cause. Janmadasya jataha. We don't take simply generation. Generation, maintenance and annihilation. Three things. This body is born at a certain date. It remains for a certain period, and then it is annihilated. So everything, material means it has a beginning. It is born and it is manufactured at a certain point. It keeps for some time, then it will get destroyed. Therefore, the Vedanta Sutra says, Janmadasya jataha. Janma sthiti prana. So, to understand Krishna means to understand everything, how it is generated, how it is maintained, and how it is annihilated. That is full Krishna consciousness. Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any thoughts here, Prabhu? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we're convincing ourselves that we're content with these material things in our life. And I love the analogy he gave of like you're driving 30 miles or 10 miles to go see a doctor or whatever, see your friend, and you're puffed up, oh, I've got this car, I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And you're making it, it's still difficult. Like you're still having to travel places, you're having to pay for that gas, you're having to pay the car bill every month. So, yeah, we get content with material things, and it's not that we have to renounce everything and say that everything's Maya, because that is Maya in itself. You say everything's from Krishna. It's not that everything's Maya. It's just that we need to utilize everything in the service of Krishna in order to actually understand what its purpose is. Like if I'm using the car just because I like driving the car, and I think I look good in the car, or I like the look of the car, or I like the feel, or I like how people see me in the car, I'm not using it for Krishna. I'm using it for my own false ego and my own pride. So, yeah, use everything for Krishna.
Yeah, it's a very subtle thing, right? It's very very subtle thing.
So subtle.
Sometimes we think that we are doing the right thing, but it's that's when it comes the first verse where Yudhishthir Maharaj, he goes to in the war to see Vishnu along with all these great sages.
Right.
Prabhupada was explaining this. See, even Yudhishthir Maharaj, despite of so knowledgeable, he is the Dharmaraj.
Yeah.
He is the son of Dharma, and despite of him, knowing everything, being aware, he still goes to take instructions from Bhishma Dev. Hare Krishna Kartik. So the point that he was saying that despite of how much advanced one has become, one still should go to the Guru. Without that, Guru or Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, whoever, but one must. It's not just by I have got everything understood. That will never work.
Right, like, yeah, that's the whole idea. I've seen so many shamans and things like that. They're like, be your own guru.
Yeah,
People
Prabhupada was
love
saying
that. People love hearing that. Oh, it's so great, I can be my own guru. But you're working in your own illusion. You're working in your own speculation. I was there. I tried doing that. Look where I am now. It didn't work out for me. So like, yeah, and that comes with humility.
Very
If you
important.
don't have humility, you can't approach guru.
Oh
You can't
yeah.
approach anyone. You
Not
can't
just guru,
ask-
exactly,
yeah,
to
you can't
anyone.
ask anyone questions, because if you think you already know it all, why are you here? And Krishna will see that. If you think you already know it all, Krishna will be like, okay, fine, do your own thing.
Yeah.
Stay in Maya. Maya Devi will take care of you in this material world, but second you want to get out of it, you have to do things. It's not just like some social event where you come here and you talk to people. And socializing is great, but like, if we're just talking about the fact we're not the body and we're not doing any actions about it, it's no better than being in ignorance.
Yeah, that humility reminds me of the last verse from the previous chapter, 8th chapter, where same, Yudhishthir Maharaj, despite of being like, pure devotee, he's saying, I am the king. If king kills someone, that is not a sin, but it is not applicable to me. It is like having the water full of mud and purifying it with pouring more mud in it. Or the wine stained pot, you put more wine to clean it.
Yeah,
He says that. So that's also humility. He knows that he can be assigned whatever responsibility or whatever position in the society, but ultimately he knows only Krishna. Prabhupada says, see everything that has Krishna's energy. Yeah, everything is Krishna's. So like
that's why we offer it to Krishna. Because we're taking from Krishna. We have to offer it to Krishna back. That's the whole point of Prasad. Like people have that argument. People who are meat eaters will have that argument of like, yeah, well, you're killing plants when you take them out, and some people will say, yeah, well, they're not as important, but that's actually nonsense. That's not Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is seeing the plant and the animal as the same.
offering.
But the fact that we don't need to cause as much violence to animals is the whole point. We take plants and we offer them.
Yeah, exactly. We
Usually
take.
when we take plants, it doesn't kill the whole plant. Sometimes it will. But yeah, kind of going on a tangent, but like.
Yeah, no, as long as it's offered, Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam.
Yeah, it's in
That's
Krishna.
his
Everything is
instruction.
Krishna, And even, all of us, we all forget that a lot. And that's why we're here, We always hear that saying, this is a hospital. There's a lot of sick patients in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm most definitely one of the sick patients, you know.
We all are, Prabhu. We all are. Great. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for sharing such nice thoughts. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all so much for joining on YouTube, devotees. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and a great Kartik month. Continue to have a great Kartik month. Hare Krishna. Hari Hari Bol. We have great devotees coming to the temple to serve.